Hello students, welcome to Zoology Classroom. This is L. Mahesh, Assistant Professor of Zoology from Tara Government College, Sangareddy. Today we are going to know about polymorphism in Cnidarians. This topic comes under BSc First Year Zoology, first semester. So before entering into the topic, let us know what is polymorphism. So morphos means the term it is related to appearance. So poly means many. So the occurrence in a species of more than one type of individual or zooids, different functions is called as polymorphism. So in Cnidarians or in Cnidarians, we can find this phenomenon of polymorphism. So in this Cnidaria, there are different types of zooids are there, and these different types of zooids they are present in different forms, hence they are called that phenomenon is called as polymorphism. Usually, we will find only two basic types of zooids in Cnidarians. One is polyp and Medusa. But due to the specialization for various functions or various purposes, these two basic types have modified into many different types of forms. Hence, that characterization, feature is called as polymorphism. So modifications of polyps are usually they are modified into three types of zooids. One is gastroids, second one is ductile joints. Third one is gonopods. So let us know about gastroids. Gastro means they are related to digestive system. So they are called as nutritive joints. Okay, so these help in the function of nutrition. And these gastroids, they will have tentacles. A long tentacle will be there, and on the tentacle they will have small branches like structures. So these small branches like structures are called as tentilla, and these tentacles and tentilla they will have nematocysts. So these nematocysts are a characteristic feature of characteristic feature of these cnidarians. So these nematocysts are also called as nidoblasts. So they will have a very attacking feature, attacking function on the prey organisms. So these tentacles with their nematocysts or nidoblasts, they will attack and they will arrest the movement of the prey organisms, and that prey organism will be eaten by this or nutritive zooid. So in this gastrozoid, usually it is a basic, it is having a basic hydra-like or polyp-like structure. So as hydra is having a mouth, this gastrozoid also will have a mouth. And at the tip of the hypostome, at the tip of the hypostome, the mouth will be. So here in this diagram, we can see that this is this last tip is the hypostome. At the tip of this hypostome, it is having mouth, and the total structure is having like a polyp-like form or hydra-like form. Hence, we are calling it as a polypoid zooid. And it is having this single tentacle, this single long tentacle, and this single long tentacle is having many branches known as tentillae. So these tentillae, they are having many nematocysts on them. These nematocysts will help in the capturing the food organisms. So in food collection, these tentillae and these nematocysts, they will be helpful. So with the help of these tentillae and with the help of these nematocysts, nutritive joints, they will capture the food. they will eat the food organisms and they will provide nutrition to remaining zooids which are present in the pollen. So second type of zooid in polypoid forms is dactylozoids. These dactylozoids are also, they are a modified forms of polyzoids. These dactylozoids are also called as palpans or feelers or tasters. So they will be helpful in taste, identifying the taste of the organisms. Hence, they are called as tasters. Apart from this, they also help in protection, like gastroids. It is also having a tentacle, but it is lacking tentillae. And on the tentacle, it is having the nematocysts or nidoblasts, and these nidoblasts, they will help in the protection from the predator organisms. So if some predator comes and tries to eat this organism, the dactylozoids of that organism, they will attack on the predator organism and they will help in the escape of the organism from there. So that's why they are also called as protective zooids. The difference from gastrozoid is that this dactylozoid, it is lacking a mouth. So a mouth is not present on this dactylozoid. As it is not receiving food, having mouth is not essential for this thing. That's why it is devoid of mouth. And when these gonozoids, depending on the location of these gonozoids, they will be called with different names. When they are near the gonophores, they are called as gonopulp. So next, in Vella and Porpita, so these are also called as tentaculozoids. So here in this diagram, we can say this the upper one, left side one. This is the diagram of Porpita, and this one is the diagram of Vella. So these in these organisms, they are having dactylozoids, and those dactylozoids are called as tentaculozoids, and they have long, hollow tentacles. So here in this diagram, we can clearly see that the peripheral one, the long tentacle organisms, these are arranged in the peripheral region. So all these are called as dactylozoids, and they are having a long tentacle sense. They are also called as zoids. And the third type of polypoid forms are gonozoids. As the name suggests, they are reproductive zooids, and they are also called as blastostyles. Like dactylozoids, these are also devoid of mouth, and mostly they are also devoid of tentacles also, as they are not worried about the nutrition function. Why? Because another zooids are there specially for that function, nutrition function, and for protection purpose also, dactylozoids are there. Yes, these are not required of this mouth and tentacle. So hence, the main function of these reproductive zooids is only reproduction. And coming to the structure of these gonozoids, they have a stalk-like structure. That stalk-like structure is called as gonodendron. So this is the gonodendron, and this stalk-like structure, it is having many branches, and these branches are called as gonophores. So this is gonophore, this is gonophore. So each branch is called as a gonophore. And on these gonophores, two types of gonophores will be there, female gonophores, and another one is male gonophores. Female gonophores, they will produce female gametocytes, male gonopods, they will produce male gametocytes. And in Vella and Porpita, they have mouth also. So these reproductive zooids, one exception of divide of mouth feature is that Vella and Porpita, they have mouth which resembles the gastrozoa. So coming to next one, modifications of Medusa. So Medusa, as we know, Medusa will be in a open umbrella form. So these Medusa forms are modified into 4 types. They are Nectarocalysis, second one Pneumatophores, third one Phyllozoids, and fourth one Gonopods. So let us know one by one of these things. So first one is Nectarocalysis. So these Nectarocalyces are also called as swimming bells or nectopores or nectozoids. So Nectarocalyces, swimming bells, nectopores, and nectarocalyces all are the same thing. So they are devoid of mouth, so mouth is not present. Manubrium is also not present. Tentacles are also not present, and sense organs are also absent. So mostly, almost all important organs are absent in this nectarocalysis. So they are having only a gaseous filled sac inside them. So most part of their body is filled with a gas. So due to the presence of this gas, they will be become very lightweight and they will be floating on the water. So in this way, they help in the swimming. They help in the floating of the organism on the water. So they helpful. They are very, very helpful in swimming. So next one, pneumatophores. So second one is pneumatophores. So these pneumatophores, they are absent in some organisms like calcicophore. So in calcicophore organisms, we cannot find pneumatophores, and they help in float on the water. So they are having a gaseous gland inside them, and that gaseous gland secretes gas into that structure or sac. So this sac, in this diagram, we can see that this is a vertical section of one cnidarian called as agalma. So agalma is a cnidarian. So it is this diagram is a vertical section through the throat of this agalma animal. So in this we can find this gas-like sac-like structure is called as pneumatos. On the subumbrella surface we call it as pneumatosacus. Why? Because air will be stored in this sac-like structure, hence it is called as pneumatosacus. And this pneumatosacus is lined with a chitinous layer. And in the middle of this pneumatosacus, a special type of gas gland cells are present. Gas gland cells are present. So these gas gland cells, they will secrete the gaseous substance which fills in this pneumatosacus. And outside this chitinous layer, we have another gastrodermis. So gastrodermis layer is present. Outside the gastrodermis layer, lumen or empty space is there. Empty space is called as gastrovascular cavity or coelenteron. And outside the coelenteron, again we have gastrodermis. And above this gastrodermis, from the outside, the first most part is epidermis. So this is the structure of pneumatophore in agalma animal. So and as it is having a gaseous sac-like structure or pneumatosaccus, organism can be floating on water with the help of this pneumatophore. So the function of pneumatophores is to help the animal to float on the surface of the water. And except calicophore organisms, they are present in all cnidarians which exhibit this polymorphism. And this pneumatophore, it is devoid of mesoglia, mouth, and tentacles. So these three parts are absent in this pneumatophore. So examples of pneumatophores can be seen in these two organisms. One is Helistema, another one is Physalia. In Helistema, so on the top of this organism, so this is the pneumatophore. So it is very, very small in Helistema. And whereas in Physalia, it is very large, it is very bigger one. So as it is big in size, it helps to float on the organism. At the same time, in Helistema also, even though it is a very smaller one, a lot of Nectarocalysis or swimming bells are present. So to float on the water surface, not only pneumatophores, Nectarocalysis also help to the Helistema in floating on the water surface. And these pneumatophores, they have varied shapes in various organisms. In Porphyta, they are very disc-shaped, so this disc-like structure is a pneumatophore only. And in Vella, the float is thin and has a sail. So in this float is very, very thin and it is having a sail or crest-like structure also. And in Physalia, they are very, very big. So Physalia also very big animal. So to help the bigger animal, it has got a big pneumatophore also. And these are the Vellella. This is a live, real Vellella photograph, and this is a art diagram of a pneumatophore. So next, third type of medusae form is phyllozooid. So these phyllozooids, they are also known as bracts or hydrophilia. So, and they are present in different types of shapes. Some are shield-like in shape, some are prism-like, and a few are leaf-like, and some others are having a helmet-like structure. And in these zooids, they have thick and gelatinous curved plates of mesoglia. So mesoglia is present in these organisms or in these zooids, and they serve to help the or protect the colony. They serve to help the or protect the colony. So as a shield, they will protect the other or nearby structures of the colony. And fourth one is gonopores. So gonopores, they are sexual forms. And they develop on the monobrium. So we know that on the monobrium is the area on which mouth is developed. So from this monobrium, these gonopores will be developed. Mouth, tentacles, and sense organs are not present in these gonopores. And these gonopores, they are dioecious, but colonies are hermaphrodite. So each gonophore produces only one type of gamete, either female gamete or male gamete. So depending on that, we can find two types of gonophores. One is male gonophores, another one is female gonophores. So gonophores are dioecious. That means they are either male or female gonopods. But the colony is hermaphrodite. That means in the single colony, we can find two types of gonopods, male and female gonopods. And in Physalia, male gonopods are sac-like structures and they remain attached to the colony. Whereas the female gonopods in Physalia, they are Medusa-like and they are set free. They are not attached to the colony, they are set. And this feature of polymorphism is best seen in this Siphonophora order of this phylum Cnidaria. So here in this slide, we are seeing a generalized structure of a siphonophoran. So nectocalices are also called as swimming bells. They are present below the pneumatophore. So pneumatophore is the topmost part in this organisms which exhibit this polymorph. So above this, below this pneumatophore, we have nectocalices or swimming bells. And to give protection to these nectocalices or gonozoids, some shield-like zooids are also will be there. So these shield-like zooids are called as phyllozoids or bracts. And another type of Medusa form is gonozoid. So gonozoids, they are these gonozoids. They are ball-like structures or open membrane umbrella-like structures. They help in the reproduction of the animal. And the lower ones are the polypoid forms, dactylozoid. So this dactylozoid, it is also called as a protective zooid, and it gives protection to the animal from these predators. And another one is gastrozoid, which will have a mouth on the end of the monobrium. So these gastrozoids, they will receive food and they will help the animal to provide input materials. And next, gastrozoids, then dactylozoids is then next one, gonophores. So gonophores are the reproductive zooids which are in polyp form. So now let us see some examples for this polymorphism. So Helistema. So in Helistema, we can find a single pneumatophore on the top of the apical part of the organism. And below it, many nectocalices or swimming bells are present. So they are present in many rows. And below this nectocalis, we have carmedia. Many carmedia are there. So carmedia is what? Let us know about carmedia. So carmedia is nothing but it is having a few zooids. So when few zooids are collectively living together, then that is called as a carmedium. So here, this is the B diagram. It is a single carmedium. So in a single carmedium, we are having dactylozoids, tastezoids, and hydrophyllum, and some gonozoids are also there. So when all these organisms are linked together, then that is called as carmedium. So many carmedium are present in the Helistema. So first of all, on the topmost part, we have pneumatophore. Below it, we have nectocalices or pneumatocalyces, are also called as swimming bells. And below the swimming bells, again, we have many carmedia. In each carmedia, we have hydrophyllums and tentacular tentacular Ductile Joints and Gonopods. Another example, Phycelia. So it is having a very big pneumatophore, a gaseous bulbous structure, which helps to float in the water. And below it, on the middle portion, we have a tentacle-bearing nematocyst. So, and gonozoids are also present. Gastroids are also present, and ductile joints are also present in this Phycelia animal. So Vella and Porpita. So let us know first Vella. So Vella, it is having a sail, and in the vertical section we can find clearly the large intestine of the gastrozoa and some gonozoids and structures of some gonozoids and remaining animals. So there is only a single gastrozoid which is very, very large or big in size, and it is attached to the central part of this Vella animal. So around this gastrozoid, a few rows of gonozoids are present. And outside these gonozoids, again, we have many dactylozoids. So in this way, we can find a sail or crest also is present on the upper portion of this thing. And large gastrozoid, single gastrozoid will be there. So many gonozoids are present and many tentaculozoids are also present in this Vella. So this is Porpita. So in the Porpita also similar type of structure can be seen. Only the external appearance changes, inside materials will remain same. So in this also, in the subumbrella surface, we can find only a single large gastrozoid, central gastrozoid. So around this gastrozoid, many large gonozoids are also present. So on the peripheral most part, we have this dactylozoids, which help in identifying the taste and knowing the carbon dioxide concentrations or carbon dioxide percentages. So in Porpita, so we can see that in the middle of this organism, in the middle of the subumbrella, we have gastrozoids. So around this gonozoids are present. So these gonozoids are also called as Medusite forms. So this Medusa forms, after this Medusa forms, again we have dactylozoids, which are polypid forms. So to explain the origin of polymorphism, different scientists have been developed different different theories. Out of those, polyargon theory is one. So this polyargon theory was proposed by Huxley and Eskescholz and Meshinkov. So according to this thing, each argon is modified into a different type of zooid. So in this way, polymorphism is the result of polyargons converted into different argons or different zooids. And according to Leucott and Vogt and Gegenbar, each zooid is nothing but a single organism. So each person or each organism is developed into a different type of zooid. So this theory is considered as polyperson. And next, third most theory is Medusa theory. According to this theory, Haeckel, Balfour, and Sedgwick, they propose that The basic body plan is Medusa form. So with this, the topic is over. We will meet in next class with another topic.